Hi, welcome to the Funny Farm Rescue and Sanctuary, located in Mays Landing, New Jersey. First off, before we get started, want to say a big shout out to all of the healthcare workers, police, EMS, and anybody else who's on the front lines, like the grocery store people. We really appreciate all of your efforts. Today we're going to do also one more shout out I almost forgot. Taylor, who's turning 7, Elijah, who's turning 8, and our Vice President, Vicki Schmidt, who's turning 61. She's gonna love that, I'm sure. She is also one of our healthcare workers, so we have not seen her, which we usually see her all the time, but she has been staying away and staying home other than working, so as you guys all should do. All right, well, we're gonna take you on a virtual tour through the Funny Farm as if you were here. You won't see dogs right away because they always want to play with everybody. So
tell people that they can say where they're from too.
Oh, when you guys tune in, tell us where you're from. Say, hey, from Mays Landing or Arizona or the UK.
Stephanie's from Texas.
We love seeing everybody that's tuning in with us. So at the moment, we only have a rooster. As you walk in, there's always when you're driving in, you can actually park on the farm, but you have to drive really slowly. After you park, you better get out of that car as fast as you possibly can because you're liable to have somebody inside with you. We always have goats who are looking for Cheerios and goldfish, and you can't get them out of your car. Everybody thinks that's so cute at first until they eat your entire lunch and then you have nothing left. So let's go over and see some horses. When you walk in, you usually go sign in. Obviously, we're not doing that today, but we're gonna go see Mr. Yogi, who is always the star of our show. I can't believe he's not over with us right now. And the animals are loose at the Funny Farm. We have over 600 rescued animals. Every single one of them is a rescue. So you'll get to see some of them. Here's one of our donkeys. I think this is Miss Felicia. She's rubbing her head on the stanchions that we've had up since our festival to keep people in line for doing our hay rides. We do hay rides, but she is an old donkey. She is over 40 years old. The owners became a little bit ill and we're not able to take care of them anymore. So it's Felicia, Eeyore, and Tico, which they're usually always together. I'm surprised that they're separated. It's because they're having a field day because they're all loose. Come on over. I'm sure a lot of you already know Mr. Yogi. I always say Mr. I don't know why. It's just Yogi. Oh, he said hello back. He hears that you guys are from all over the place. He was in the back of a Camry, was brought to me with his brother, and they were about this big, like smaller than a dog, and I thought they were baby deer. I'm like, excuse me, get rid of them. Not get rid of them. Take them back home. And the kid said, I live in an apartment, so I can't. And I said, well, I don't have room for another cow. I already have one cow. So I said, all right, they can stay, but you better give me your phone number in case I can't get them placed. So one of them I got placed with my veterinarian, and then the second is Yogi, who has stayed here and will live here forever. And he is a big, gentle giant. He used to be loose all the time until he picked up a kid by his suspender, and the kid was hanging. I'm like, Yogi, put him down! So that's why Yogi is now usually in his corral while we are having visiting day, because we just don't want him getting anybody with those horns. All right, so all the horses know we're gonna be on film, so they're all running around.
We'll see them when we go.
We'll see them in a little bit. So we see some of the pigs. This one rooster is deciding to come. He's gonna be the tour guide, I guess. Come on, Big Red. Oh, he's like, hello. Come on. So we have about 90 roosters here. Roosters are a problem. People get them where they get chicks and they think that that's going to be fine, and then they start making noise. And then the neighbors complain, and then they end up here. However, because we have 90, over 90, it's a little bit too much. They start to fight. They have a lot of testosterone. All right, here's one of the pig areas. This is Wilbur. He is a regular hog. Much different than the other pigs that you see in here. The rest of them are all sleeping. You can leave it, let him come in. Let him come in, Dean. Let him in. Come on. Yogi wants to see what we're doing, of course. And that's his best friend, Cooper. This is an alpaca. It's different than a llama. They're a little bit smaller. I think they look like Muppets. And this is Sunny, our cat, one of the cats. We have over 100 cats here. He used to be such a crazy feral cat, and now he turned into be a sweetheart. So if you can socialize them, he mostly likes to be outside. We do have an inside area for him, but he does go in and out all the time. But back to Wilbur. He was going to be a slaughter pig. He got loose and was running around in the next town. I was actually on a work trip, and all my volunteers said, Lori, there's a pig. And I said, you guys, we don't have any more room for any more pigs. Do not get him. I came back, and there was a little pen built for him, and he was much younger. He apparently fell off the truck from going to slaughter, and he will be here forever in his forever home. And they don't get to see each other a whole lot. Wilbur does walk around sometimes, but Cooper doesn't usually get to come into the pig pen. As you can see, they love each other. Come on, Yogi, let's go. Well, let's just show the potbelly pigs real quick. Maybe we can see these a little bit better. So as you can see, some of these are a little more skittish. These are overweight pigs. So I'm just going to show you some of the differences. They look like they can't see because people overfeed them. And it actually is very detrimental to their health. So you should, if you are going to adopt a pig, make sure you know what you're doing. They have very strict diets here. We have our pig guide Dean is trying to get them back to a weight where they are healthy, which takes a long time because they're used to overeating. So when we adopt them in, our job is really tough. So Dean really is on top of it with trying to make sure that they have the proper nutrition and not get too fat. So you can see both of them have a little bit of a weight problem, like we all do, especially during this outbreak. We have COVID-15. It's like 15 extra pounds. Okay, that's, turn around. There's the peacock making that sound. Okay, now you're not going to talk? So that's a male peacock, and he is blue with the green. They all usually look kind of similar, except for we do have a white peacock. Hopefully we will get to see Ricky. We last count had about 22 peacocks. We have some mostly males, but then we have some females. And here's Yogi again. I know, okay. We're going, let's go to our next spot. Come on, guys. And as you can see, these two are best friends. When Yogi was mooing, I think he was really saying hello first, but the second moo was for Cooper. I think he wants to know where his buddy Cooper is. Okay. This is our chicken coop. And yes, we do get eggs. Oh, come on, check it out. This little girl is laying an egg. I don't know if you can see that.
Uh-huh.
This is where they lay eggs. They usually have privacy. She's probably gonna get mad at me, say, excuse me, I need some privacy. They lay eggs once a day. Most of the eggs here, actually all of our eggs are fertilized, but as long as the chickens don't stay on them, they will not have a baby. They have to sit on them. It has to be a certain temperature before they become a baby chicken. We really don't allow animals to be born here because we're a rescue. We don't really want to procreate and have more animals. Like you saw on our last video, you saw the one mommy was really good at hiding her eggs. So sometimes they sneak by us, which we won't go see them. Another one of our roosters, and there's a bunch of roosters and chickens in here. You can come and see. They said they're always hungry. That's my finger. You can't eat that. That's my ring. She's like, they said, oh, she doesn't usually have pretty rings on during the day. Huh. So you can see chickens can be very, very friendly. Ah, Miss Adele. I keep forgetting about Miss Adele. She was like, excuse you. Okay, you can come out. You guys can come out if you want. Come on out and enjoy the day. We'll let them run around a little. Go explore. And here's a bunch of turkeys. This is an emu. Her name is Emily, and she is over. Oh, excuse her. You can tell this is a live video. As you can see, they poop like a chicken, just bigger. And they run about 40 miles an hour.
That's where Play-Doh comes from.
They run all around. This is a domesticated turkey. These are the Bourbon brothers. You can see they're red, and these are the black and white domestic. This is a wild turkey that has attached herself to my domestic turkeys, and she just hangs out with them. Turkeys can fly. They can jump out. They can fly away. When you're feeding them, a lot of times they will be staying around for you. We also have everybody, again, is a rescue. So you can see we call her Airplane, the Canadian goose. She ended up here because of her broken wings. So, like I said, they can go in and out wherever they want, but they get fed, and she can't really protect herself because of predators because she cannot fly away. So the fact that she's here, there aren't too many predators coming in here because we have a lot of things that will try and kill the predators, which is really good for our rescue. Okay, let's go over to the minis. It seems so quiet without the dogs. Normally when you get here, the dogs are running around and greeting everybody. So we will let them out, but it will be a crazy time. So of course, minis! Min! Okay, can you see them back there? They're like, it's already been feeding time. Maybe we need to come out earlier next time. So when we're feeding, maybe you can come on a feeding expedition. Oh, here comes Emily out. Emily! Oh, hey, we have no fighting here at the bunny farm. Excuse you. So we don't usually have fighting at the funny farm, but like you guys at home, we have, they're like brothers and sisters, and especially we've all been together a lot, so they get after each other. So I, as their mom, have to say, hey, you stop that, no fighting. So as you can see, they get a little testy with each other. So, hey, we don't do any of that, no. So you guys think you have it hard at home, try and have 600 of them and try and keep them from misbehaving. Here's Stormy, not to be confused with Canyon. He has one blue eye and one brown eye. He came from Chicago. One of our friends, one of Matt's friends, the social media guy, that's how he was able to get here. This is Star. He came from Florida, and he used to be a show horse, and he just couldn't have a home. Needed a home pretty desperately. They were worried about where he may end up, so you can see he's got gray hair. He, like other people, get older and they get some gray hair. Let's go see our new baby duck.
They have some carrots for the minis.
Okay. Oh, here's the minis. Miss Cindy, thank you. Flash! So if anybody knows how to, make sure you know how to feed a horse or an alpaca or a donkey, flat hand, thumb in, never up. Because they cannot see past their long nose and they can actually bite you. So look, he knows it. Mom usually gets me when I have to get my, he has a pretty big carrot right now. Oh, here comes Miles. Miles will demonstrate. Flat hand, you can see I didn't even get slobbery. Sometimes you get slobbery and it just kind of goes with it. Have this pen open for me, please? Thanks. You can see they eat pretty quickly.
How long have you had Miles?
Oh my goodness, Miles has been here for about 15 years, and he is a big boy. He is 17 hands high. They measure horses by hands. I used to ride him. He used to be a rideable horse, but he was a rescue. He doesn't have any real problems, but when I start to ride him, the other horses get jealous and then they go crazy. So because I can't ride everybody, most of them have shin splints or something wrong. I try not to.
Sure.
Try to treat everybody equal. All right, come on, let's see the baby duck. And
Oops.
you never walk behind a horse normally because they can kick you. If you do have to walk by them, I always put my hand on their butts and then go close because they can't get a big to kick you. So my horses are very used to people, so that's why I can do it, but don't ever try this at home. Okay. Here's the mommy with her baby ducks. And you can see she's very mad at me. That's a really good mom. Don't worry, Mom, I'm giving her back. This is a baby mallard duck who had babies here. They will be able to fly up. Miles wants to see it. And then the turkey wants to see too. Everybody wants to see the baby. So it's not just you who loves babies. All the animals love the baby. All right, go ahead, going back in. Go ahead, Mom. You're good, Mommy. Okay.
Linda's son's name is Miles.
Ah, we have somebody named after Miles. Okay, most of you don't get to see these two horses. These are my naughty guy and girl. That's Jelly and Politico. Politico was a rescue from the racetrack, and he was going to be euthanized for sure. He had problems with his legs. He had a shin splint. He was not a good racer. He's never won any race ever. So even though he looks like he's really fast, did you see that? This is why he is in timeout. He just tried to do a little nip. Jelly's sweet, but Miles is kind of a problem child.
Not Miles.
We have,
Not Miles.
oh, I'm sorry, Politico. He can be a little bit naughty. He's a little feisty today.
He has a new halter.
He has a new halter. Thank you. We had some donated from one of our special volunteer visitors. So we do get quite a few donations from people that when they see they need them. So he is loving being out, but we have to, hey, now. Politico, you can see. Well, we have to keep an eye on that one. So he's in timeout in the back when visiting day is going on because you never know what is going to happen. Oh, this is Eeyore. The original donkey that you saw over there, that was Felicia. That was his mom. This is the son, Eeyore. And then Chico also came with them. They live to be they could be 60 years old. He is in his upper 40s from what I know of him. This is a miniature donkey. Not to be confused with Eeyore, who was a regular full-bred donkey. See how he's little? So he is fully grown. They have grown up together. He was also part of the pack of them, the three of them, that the parent became ill and then wasn't able to care for him anymore. So they were able to all stay together as a family unit and live here forever at the Funny Farm. We do have our big swing. This is not an animal, but it is something fun. I'll show you real fast. So if you're a kid, if you're an adult, you have to fight the kids for the swing because a lot of people want to be on the swing because it's got such a long arm. So when you come to the Funny Farm, you can get on the swing.
You want me to push you?
No, that's fine. We're good.
You sure?
Show him.
I was going to. You were just
Come on,
afraid
buddy.
I'd push you too high.
All right, let's see who else we have.
It's a beautiful day. Brenda says hello.
Go through the pig here. Brenda says hello.
Yep.
Everybody says hello.
Brenda and Ted.
Uh-oh, he wants to come in. He can come in. We'll close this later.
Okay.
He's going to have a fit. Can you get in here? I don't know
Yeah.
if you can get on this side here. Hang on. There we go. All right. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so these are the new pig houses. You can see this is Oscar the Grouch. He used to be back by our other barn, and some people might remember him. He sometimes can be a little bit naughty. Again, some of these animals do have behavioral problems because they were not treated appropriately. Some of them are just behavioral problems just because. You can see pigs really like to snort up in the dirt. So if you can imagine, this pig was originally in a house. So you can imagine what he could do to your home. So you should always keep that in mind, that they can damage things. So a lot of people think, oh, it's so cute to have them in my house. But really, they really shouldn't be an outside pig unless you really have trained them at a very young age.
Yeah.
But these are all the new pig houses. Our volunteers, Dean and Gig, built them. It took them about a year, but it's really nice. So there's pigs in every single house. They're all sleeping. Oh, no, they're not all sleeping. You can see their ball. They love to play ball. And they like to love to play with each other. So they're seeing what's going on, some of them. So these are the mini pigs. Everybody thinks that they stay small. Again, they get large. So this is about the size. This is a healthy pig. This is how big they get. They can get much heavier if you're not careful.
Want to open it?
I don't know if we can open this for him. Let's see.
Let him run around a little bit.
I don't know if we can. This is a tough gate now. See, we had too much mud lately, so we climb over the fences now.
Okay.
We're gonna have to dig that out so they can come in their play area. We do let them socialize with one another. Because again, some of them, look at this one. All right, let's keep going here. There's the stage.
This one you can probably open, right?
I don't think so. I think they're all kind of muddied in
Oh, are they?
right now, but this is in the sage. You can see that's the proper weight for a pig. You have to do their nails. You have to make sure they eat properly. And like I said, just mainly do not overfeed them. They're on special pig food that we get from our Pig Placement Network friends up in Pennsylvania. And that's how we were able to keep their weight down.
Marina says if she's wagging her tail, does that mean that she's happy?
Yes, they're like dogs. So when they wag their tails, that means that they are happy. All right, we have a very special visitor here. Not visitor, somebody who lives here. This is Stinky the skunk. You may have met him on our last tour. He is a friendly skunk because somebody purchased him as a pet. So he is litter box trained. He had his shots. He has been fixed, and most importantly, he has been de-skunked. So it's been descented. You can purchase them from one particular place in New Jersey, but only one place, and you have to have a permit for them. So we keep him as an educational skunk for animals as what not to have in your house. They are not the best because they are nocturnal. That means that they are up all night. They're awake all night, and then they sleep during the day. So while you're trying to sleep, he's having a party. So he also has to have his nails cut, just like kitty cats. He has to get his regular vet appointment, and there are not a lot of vets that will look at your skunk. You have to have a special vet as well. Here is his house. He loves to run around, but if you see, I put him down, he runs right back in. He loves his area. He has built himself a little cave that he goes in, and he loves to go down there and explore. He stays warm enough in the winter. We give him some hay, and he collects all sorts of things, and stuffed animals and everything to go down in there. This is another wild turkey, Turk. She's sitting on my car every single day when I'm trying to leave for work, when I was going to work. But she sits on my car. She's wild. She has kind of attached herself to humans and found her way here to the funny farm. So as you can see, the regular turkeys get along, the regular domesticated turkeys get along with her. I said get along with her, right? He's trying to make good friends with her. And then, where's Jethro? You know where Jethro? Jethro.
Went that way, Lorenzo and
Okay, let's go see if we can find Jethro. He is a llama.
Someone's asking for Canyon too.
Canyon. Canyon. See if you can find Canyon. I think he's in the front. So today, I let everybody loose. So as you can tell that they're running all over the place. There's 15 acres here. I do have another 5 acres next door. This is the new kitty cottage. It's being worked on. It's been forever being worked on. So we hope to have that done soon where you'll be able to get your fur fix. You can sit inside the kitty cottage on a couch and have the kittens and cats come up to you and decide who you want to adopt if you do. Ah, Lorenzo's hanging out behind the house. Lorenzo.
And Jethro, it's right here.
This is Jethro. I always say this is our Kardashian butt implant donkey. He is extremely old. He is about 50 years old. He came with another horse who was also made it to 50 years. And the horse passed away, obviously, from old age here. And Jethro was out of sorts, didn't know what to do. Then I wound up adopting a llama, and we tried to put everybody with him to get him attached to somebody, and he didn't want anybody. And then when Lorenzo the llama came, they became best friends. They're usually inseparable. You can see they're not very far away. So let's go meet him. Lorenzo, I have a banana. Come on, big boy. You want this? Want the kiss? Here, kiss. He's like, I don't like the hat, Mom. Okay. He loves bananas. Actually, he likes even the skins of the banana. He's like, I'll take it off, Mom. Oh, see? But he is a sweetheart. Now, llamas are bigger than alpacas. You saw Cooper, the all-black one. He looks kind of like the Muppet. This llama is very similar. You can see his teeth aren't the best because he is older. And they're just a little larger. Okay, that's my finger. You should feed them the same way, although I was not doing that. Jethro's coming.
Oh, he thinks there's bananas for him.
I don't know if he's gonna want. Do you want a banana? Oh, he wants to just see what. Let's see. He says, if my friend's eating, maybe I can have something. He is not interested. So here they are, the best of friends. And you see who's coming up behind us. Let's walk around the front of the house.
Okay, who is it, Yogi?
Yogi. Yogi and Cooper are following. Yogi! When you drive along railroad, you'll see the lights. The lights are on all the time on the fence. You can park inside or outside. Inside, we just tell you, be careful because you will have somebody either inside of your car or on top of your car. So maybe Miss Cindy can get the dog. So we're going to introduce
They want to
you-
see the goats and bunnies. Can we do
goats
that?
and bunnies.
Wait,
All
Cindy.
right, wait a second. We're going to go in and see some of the bunnies that are in our cat area.
Okay.
So some of our rabbits are outside in hutches, but a lot of them have been adopted through the winter, thank goodness. If you
there's-
have an animal, oh, there's Canyon.
Canyon, yay.
Somebody was asking to see Canyon. He is the one-eyed horse. His eye was poked out by a piece of barbed wire at another farm. And he also has a sway back. And it's a lot of times from people being heavy riding him, but he is like Lady Gaga. He was born that way.
He has a new
So you can
halter
see
too.
He has a brand new halter as
Yeah.
well. See his little eye, but he can see. You just have to watch on this side of his face because he cannot see me. He can hear me, but now, and if you stand in front of him, he actually has good peripheral vision all the way 180 degrees that way.
Yeah.
All right, let's go see some bunnies and kittens.
Bye, Canyon. He sniffed Martin.
I'm not trying. Like I'm catching some rays. This is the temporary kitten and cat and bunny area until the new kitten cottage is going to be done. And as you can see, we have bunnies. These are up for adoption, and they're very young. Let me sit around without them. Come on, babies.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Come here, sweetie. This is one of the baby bunnies. So sometimes we take in animals, and we did, and they were pregnant. So they're very young, so they're separated right now until we can get them spayed and neutered. And then we do put them into PetSmart to get them adopted if we can. Right now there's not a lot of adoptions going on, obviously. We've been getting a lot of calls for people to surrender their pets because of what's going on in the world, and it's been challenging, especially since we don't have people really visiting. So these are some of our older cats, and then you can see we have some of the kittens in this pen here. So they're all pretty much sleeping. Let me just take a quick shot of them. There's the babies. Okay. All right, we're not gonna wake you up, we're sorry. All righty, so these are kitten cottages, or we call them kitten hotels. If they have to be separated, they can't just run around with everybody. We keep them in there until they can be released. Let me get this door. Okay, Sam, we'll let the puppies out. So let's go out into the front yard. Hurry, because they're gonna run all over the place and they're gonna scare the geese.
This is what it's like when you get home from work every day. All these dogs.
Okay, so we have Tucker and Puppy. Tucker, come here. Hey, Puppy. Puppy's our newer dog that had the woman found him and couldn't keep him, and she said nobody was helping her. As you can see, Brooke is the stealer of all the shoes and clothes. Farley is the farm manager. Come here, Caesar. Caesar, come here. Come here, Caesar.
Caesar, go see your mama.
Caesar.
Caesar.
Caesar, come here.
Caesar.
He says, I want to play ball.
Caesar's haircut, that's his thing.
This is Caesar's haircut. A lot of people don't recognize him. He was pretty much matted for winter because he had his coat on, and we were not able to get him groomed very easily with everything happening. So we had Miss Elisa come with her grooming truck, and she was able to give him a crew cut. But a lot of people don't recognize him. But that is Caesar. Who got Caesar? So Brookie. Oh, Carson and Rocky. You can let them out. Bathroom and bedroom. Oh, Rocky's here. Here's Rocky. Rocky, come here. This is Rocky. A lot of people don't get to see Rocky because he's usually in the house on visiting days. He has some issues with children, which some people do. So he is here, and we usually keep him in the house, or he loves to sit in my truck during visiting days. And this is Crazy Carson. All right, easy, easy. Caesar is still not taken to Carson yet. They're working on it. Easy. Carson just wants to play ball all the time. He is an Australian Shepherd, just like Farley, and that's why they're missing tails. They're herding dogs, and they're usually going after other animals to herd them. Like, not after them, but they're trying to herd a flock, and they're afraid that their tails get bit off by these animals. And yes, Carson, am I talking about you? That's him. All right, Caesar, you have your own ball. They always want, they're like kids. They want what the other one has all the time. Oh, you can see puppies running around with the sneaker. Puppy, bring it here. They learn from each other the very bad habits of each other too. But they all live in the house with me. People ask me, are they adoptable? They are not. Once they're with me for about 2 weeks, they're staying.
Ellen's asking if any of the dogs are female.
One dog is female. My naughtiest dog, Brookie. She's the female. I do not own matching socks because of her, because she steals so much of my clothes. If I have a sock and she runs in my room, she steals it immediately. Stop. Come on, Carson, go get it. So,
all right.
Okay, so I think we saw mostly
They didn't see
everything.
goats, but that was it.
Oh, the goats. Should we go in the barn?
Yeah, let's just go in there quick.
We'll go in the barn, take a little walk in there, and then I think we will wrap it up. We don't want this to be too long. So when you come to the Funny Farm, I say don't wear your best shoes. You can see why. You probably see it as we're walking around. because the animals are loose, we're not behind them with a bucket or a wheelbarrow. So we clean up as we go all day long. So we say, don't wear your best shoes or your best clothes, because then they can slobber and do slobber on you.
Cowboy. Someone wants to see Cowboy.
Cowboy. Okay.
It's hard with the dogs,
We
but
are getting, the stalls are being mucked out by some of our skeleton crew of volunteers, which we really appreciate. We are only keeping a few volunteers here to work because obviously we're trying to do the social distancing. Come on in. Do you see Cowboy anywhere?
No.
No.
Cowboy.
Nice. These are some of our volunteers for the first time. It's Donna and Mr. Larry. First time mucking stalls. We have to check and see how they're doing.
You gonna inspect our work?
Here's the goats.
there they are.
There's Mr. Cowboy.
Yay, Cowboy.
Hollywood. We have Reggie, the one sheep. We have Cal, the goat. We have Stella, the dark one on the edge, with Laverne. And did I miss anybody?
Where's Malibu and Coconut?
Malibu and Coconut, I have no idea.
Someone was
I don't know
asking.
where they are. They're the ones that have the...
Antoinette says, Lori, how do you remember all their names?
I don't remember everybody's names, but here's Shirley coming.
Yes, you do.
I actually remember everybody's names, but then I always call them the wrong name when I'm trying. Oh, here comes the horses. It's like a parade every day. All right, Brooklyn, no playing. All right.
Oh, boy.
Carson is still learning.
Oh, boy.
Brooklyn, come here. Brooklyn, come here right now. Carson.
Where is Jolly?
Jolly, is Jolly in? Is he out? Is he out though? Jolly is out, but he's over with the volunteers.
Okay.
Okay, and with that, before the dogs get too crazy, I want to thank you guys all for tuning in, and hopefully we'll be back open and running soon. And everybody stay safe, stay at home. We can't wait to see you again.
Heather says it's like a real life Disney movie.
Yes, unpredictable Disney movie.
Where is Adele?
Adele, it was all my bad. I was supposed to bring her out and start with her, and I was too worried about the dogs, and I left her in the house. I promise. So we're gonna do the Adele book next, and it'll be nothing but Adele all day. Well, maybe a few other characters, but Adele will be loose. Will be with me when we're reading her book.
All right, that sounds good.
Thanks, guys. Stay safe.